Have you ever considered how liberating it is to let go, to rid yourself of the unnecessary, whether it's in your home or in your life? Imagine a life unburdened by material possessions that no longer serve us, or relationships that drain us rather than uplift us. Imagine the freedom, the lightness, the sheer expanse of possibilities that open up when we let go. We're not just talking about a spring cleaning spree or a garage sale here. This is about decluttering on a much deeper level, about making space for the new by saying goodbye to the old. Picture a lone wolf, strong and independent, moving fluidly through the wilderness. It doesn't carry unnecessary baggage. It doesn't cling to what's not essential. It's always ready to move forward, to adapt, to grow. That's resilience, that's strength. And that's what we're aiming for. Letting go is not about losing, it's about gaining clarity, gaining peace, gaining control. When we let go of what no longer serves us, we make room for what does. We clear our homes, our minds, and our hearts of clutter, creating space for new ideas, new relationships, and new experiences. Sometimes we hold on to things because they're comfortable, because they're familiar. But comfort and familiarity can be the very chains that bind us, that keep us from reaching our full potential. Like the lone wolf, we must learn to let go of these chains, to step out of our comfort zones and into the vast, uncharted wilderness of life. We're not talking about reckless abandon here. We're talking about conscious, deliberate decisions to let go of what's holding us back, to cut the cords that tether us to the past, to the familiar. And in doing so, we free ourselves. We become lighter, more nimble, more capable of tackling life's challenges head on. Like the lone wolf, we too have the strength to let go and move forward. We too have the power to transform our lives, to reshape our futures, simply by letting go. So here's to the power of letting go, to the strength of the lone wolf, and to the limitless possibilities that await us when we dare to let go. Imagine a home filled with only things that bring you joy, peace, and comfort. Sounds nice, doesn't it? What if I told you that such a haven is not just a figment of your imagination, but a reality that's within your grasp? It all starts with decluttering, a process that is more than just throwing things away. It's about consciously letting go of items that no longer serve us, items that have become nothing more than physical clutter. But wait, why should you bother with this decluttering business? Well, the benefits are manifold. Firstly, decluttering can lead to improved focus. You see, a cluttered environment is a visual stimulus that our brain needs to actively process. By eliminating unnecessary items, we reduce distractions, allowing our brain to focus on the task at hand. It's like clearing the fog to reveal a clear path. Secondly, decluttering can alleviate anxiety. A messy space can subconsciously increase stress and anxiety levels. On the other hand, a clean, organized environment can provide a sense of calm and control. It's akin to taking a deep breath of fresh air after being in a stuffy room. Thirdly, decluttering can boost productivity. Less time spent searching for misplaced items means more time for meaningful activities. It's like finding an extra hour in your day, every day. Now, let me share a personal experience. A while back, my workspace resembled a battleground littered with paper, books, and coffee cups. The chaos was affecting my work, and I knew something had to change. So I decided to declutter. And you know what? The transformation was incredible. My focus improved, my anxiety reduced, and my productivity skyrocketed. I was no longer a prisoner of my mess. I was the master of my space. So you see, decluttering is not just about tidying up. It's about creating an environment that nurtures your well-being. Remember, every item in your home should have a purpose or bring you joy. If it doesn't, perhaps it's time to let it go. By letting go of physical clutter, we create space for new, enriching experiences. Just as we declutter our homes, our minds too need a good cleanup. Imagine your mind as a room crammed full of boxes. Each box represents a different emotion: joy, sadness, anger, and so forth. Now consider this. How many of these boxes are stuffed with negativity? How many are filled with fears, doubts, and regrets? The more of these boxes we have, the less room we have for positivity and growth. Emotional decluttering is the process of opening up these boxes, examining what's inside, and deciding whether it's something we want to keep. If we're holding on to negative emotions, it's like we're hoarding old, useless items that serve no purpose other than to remind us of past disappointments. They take up valuable space in our minds, preventing us from moving forward. Think about it. How can we expect to grow if we're constantly weighed down by past mistakes, regrets, or fears? It's like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of rocks. The beauty of emotional decluttering is that it gives us the power to choose which emotions we want to hold on to and which ones we're ready to let go. We can choose to keep the boxes filled with joy, love, and positivity, and discard the ones filled with negativity. But how do we start this process of emotional decluttering? It starts with awareness. We need to be aware of our emotions, understand why we're feeling a certain way, and then decide whether these feelings serve us or not. It's not an easy process, and it's not something that happens overnight. It's a journey that requires patience, understanding, and self-love. But the rewards are immense. By releasing these emotions, we're not only creating more space for positivity, but we're also setting ourselves free from the chains of negativity that have been holding us back. By releasing these emotions, we set ourselves free and open ourselves up to positivity and growth. And remember, it's not about suppressing or ignoring negative emotions. It's about acknowledging them, understanding them, and then making the conscious decision to let them go. Ever heard of the Sigma lone wolf? It's the perfect embodiment of resilience and strength. This solitary creature, much like us, faces numerous challenges and hurdles, yet never ceases to keep moving forward. This is the essence of a Sigma lone wolf, a relentless pursuit of survival and growth regardless of the circumstances. The Sigma lone wolf is an archetype that represents those who choose to walk their own path, independent of the pack. They're self-reliant, free thinkers, and unbound by societal norms. They prefer solitude over company, not due to fear or resentment, but because they find strength and peace in their own company. Just like the Sigma lone wolf, we humans too have our unique journeys. We also face adversities, confront our fears, and often find ourselves entangled in situations or relationships that don't serve us well. But much like the Sigma lone wolf, we too have the power to let go and move forward. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It's about releasing the weight that's holding us back. It's about breaking free from the chains of unnecessary belongings or toxic relationships. It's about decluttering our lives, both physically and emotionally, to make space for what truly matters. When we let go, we allow ourselves to grow, to evolve, and to become the best versions of ourselves. We learn to stand tall amidst the storms, to find solace in solitude, and to embrace the beauty of our journey, just like the Sigma lone wolf. The Sigma lone wolf doesn't need the validation of the pack to survive or thrive. It's self-sufficient, resilient, and content in its solitude. It's not affected by loneliness, but rather, it harnesses the power of being alone to become stronger and more independent. So when we find ourselves bound by fear, clutter, or toxic relationships, let's take a leaf from the Sigma lone wolf's book. Let's muster up the courage to let go of what's holding us back and move forward with resilience and strength. Like the Sigma lone wolf, we too can find strength in solitude and resilience in adversity. So let's embrace our inner Sigma lone wolf and embark on the journey of self-discovery and growth. Because in the end, what limits us is only our own imagination. Letting go can be challenging, but it's not impossible. It's a process, a journey to self-discovery and growth that requires patience and determination. So how do we embark on this journey? Here are a few practical tips. Firstly, start with the physical clutter. This could be that pile of old magazines you've been holding on to, or the wardrobe full of clothes you no longer wear. It might seem daunting, but take it one step at a time. Start small, perhaps with a single drawer or shelf. As you sort through each item, ask yourself, do I need this? Does it bring me joy? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. Next, address the emotional baggage. This might be a bit trickier, but it's equally important. Maybe you're holding on to past regrets, or perhaps there's a strained relationship that's been weighing you down. It's essential to acknowledge these feelings, not to suppress them. Write them down, talk about them, express them. This process of self-reflection can be therapeutic and is a crucial step in letting go. Acceptance is the key. Accept that it's okay to let go. This applies to both physical clutter and emotional baggage. Realize that holding on to things or feelings that no longer serve you is not beneficial. Accept that it's okay to move on. Accept that it's okay to make space for new experiences, new emotions, and new relationships. Finally, remember to be patient with yourself. Letting go is not an overnight process. It takes time. It's a journey, not a destination. There might be days when you feel like you're not making progress, but that's okay. Each small step you take is a step towards a healthier, happier you. So take a deep breath, muster up the courage, and embark on this journey of letting go. You'll be surprised at the amount of space you create, not just in your home, but also in your heart and mind. Remember, the journey of letting go is a journey of self-discovery and growth. It's about making room for the new by saying goodbye to the old. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. And trust me, it's worth the effort. I too have had my share of struggles with letting go. I remember the old worn-out, comfortable sweater that I clung to for years. It was a reminder of simpler times, a piece of clothing that had been by my side through countless ups and downs. But it was also a constant reminder of the past, of moments and feelings that no longer served my present. It was a struggle to let go, to accept that a chapter of my life had ended and that it was time to move forward. I was the Sigma lone wolf, holding on to my past, resistant to change and the unknown. But the day I finally decided to let go, to donate that sweater, it felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. This isn't just about physical possessions, though. I faced similar struggles in my relationships. There were people in my life who were negative influences, whose presence brought me down more than it lifted me up. It was tough to let them go, to accept that they were no longer a positive part of my life. But when I did, I found that I had more room for positivity, for growth, for happiness. Letting go isn't just about throwing things away or cutting people out. It's about making room for the new, for the better. It's about shedding the weight of the past to make our journey forward lighter, easier. It's about accepting that change is a part of life and that holding on to the past won't bring it back. I've learned that letting go is a process, a journey. It's not something that happens overnight. It takes time, patience, and a lot of self-love. But it's a journey well worth taking. I've grown, evolved, and learned so much through my experiences of letting go. I've become a better version of myself, one who's not weighed down by the past, but who's looking forward to the future. My journey of letting go has been transformative, and yours can be too. Letting go is not about losing, it's about gaining. Imagine you're holding a hot coal, your hand burning, pain searing through your nerves. But you're holding on because you fear losing what you have, even if it's causing you distress. Now, imagine the relief, the liberation, the sheer lightness of being that would come if you just opened your hand, if you just let go. That's the power of letting go. It's not about throwing away things or people. It's about making space for better things, better experiences, and above all, a better you. By decluttering our homes, we free ourselves from the physical clutter that often mirrors the clutter in our minds. Each discarded item, each empty space, is a step towards a clearer mind, a more focused thought process. But going beyond the physical, letting go emotionally can be one of the most empowering experiences. It's about releasing the emotional toxins that we've been holding onto, the anger, the resentment, the fear. It's about forgiving not just others, but ourselves too. Consider the Sigma lone wolf, a solitary being, strong, independent, not tied down by the pack. The Sigma lone wolf thrives not because it's alone, but because it has the strength to let go, to move on. And you too can embody that spirit. The road to letting go may not be easy, but the destination is worth every step. Remember the stories shared earlier. They weren't just tales of ordinary individuals, but of extraordinary transformations. Each one of them found strength, happiness, and peace, not in holding on, but in letting go. So take a moment, reflect, ask yourself, what am I holding on to? Is it a grudge, a fear, an old t-shirt, or perhaps a belief that no longer serves you? Whatever it is, know that you have the power to let it go. Remember, the power to change your life lies in your hands, or rather, in what you choose to let go. Don't fear the void, embrace it, for it's in the void that new possibilities are born. I hope you found this video insightful and inspiring. We've journeyed through the power of letting go, the benefits of decluttering, and the importance of emotional detox. We've also explored the resilience of the Sigma lone wolf and shared some practical advice on how to let go, along with personal experiences. Now, it's your turn. Reflect on your own experiences. What have you let go of that's made a positive impact on your life? What are you holding on to that might be holding you back? Remember, the process of letting go is a journey, not a destination. Don't keep these stories to yourself. Share them in the comments section below. Let's inspire each other to keep moving forward, to keep letting go. If you enjoyed this video and would like more inspiring content, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Remember, you have the power to change your life. All you need to do is let go.